Hello everyone, hope you're right. In today's video, I'm going to plant some garden cosmos seeds. I also grew these plants last year and they were absolutely beautiful. They can grow huge. So I planted them in container last year and I'm also planning to plant them in the container this year as well. So first I'm going to sow the seeds today and later on I will transplant the seedlings once they are easy to handle. So as you can see, they have got really lovely blooms, really big, beautiful blooms which come in a lot of different colors like light pink, bright pink, white, and basically they are ideal for fresh flower arrangements. You can cut them and use in your fresh flower arrangements, and they have really beautiful fern like leaves, so which gives a nice accent to any garden. So I have got this recycled plastic pot which has already got holes in it, and I'm going to fill up with multi-purpose compost which I use for all my gardening. And basically you need to make sure that you use any good seed starting compost or multi-purpose compost or potting mix which is nice, loose and moist, and there are no big lumps in it. So as you can see, I have filled the pot and moistened it really well, and now I'm going to sow my seeds. The seeds are nice sized seeds, so as you can see they are like long thin feathery seeds, so you can plant them individually if you want. So you can plant them in seed starting cells, 1 to 2 seeds per cell, and later on it will be much easier to pot them up or put them in the ground. But I'm going to do them in this recycled plastic pot, and later on once they germinate I can decide how many plants I want to keep and I can transplant them in a big patio container which I'm planning to do them. So as you have seen that I sprinkle the seeds over the soil surface and then I covered them with a little bit more compost. So you don't want to sow them too deep, and basically that's all for seed starting. You can sow them anytime from April to May indoors. So this is almost after 6 weeks. As you can see, almost all of these seeds have germinated, really good germination rate, and the seedlings are looking quite nice and healthy. Some seedlings are still really small and a couple of seeds are still germinating, but we are having really nice weather these days, so I'm thinking to put them finally in this patio container here. So basically they can't take a frost, so you need to make sure that you plant them outside in the garden or in your patio container once all the danger of frost is gone. And as you can see, I have got this big patio container here. This is 40 centimeter diameter and it can hold like 25 liters of soil and compost. I have added topsoil in the bottom, so like 3/4 of container is filled with topsoil, and I'm topping it up with more compost. This is a good quality compost and it has got fertilizer added to it already, which is slow release fertilizer. It starts acting when the weather warms up. So I want to fill the container, leaving 1 to 2 inch of a rim. Here I have got my seedlings and I'm trying to take them out really gently without disturbing roots. So basically you can see it's quite root bound, and these plants have like a good deep root system, so that's why I wanted to plant them in this container as soon as possible. The weather is really nice and warm and I think they will be all right in this container. We are in the middle of May, and as you can see I'm teasing out the roots quite a lot. So my idea is to take apart the seedlings gently and it can cause some root damage and the plants can go under transplant shock. This is not recommended for a beginner gardener, so it needs a lots of practice to do it without disturbing roots too much and without losing too many plants. So basically, if you are not sure about it, I would suggest you start your seeds in seed starting tray, like 2 seeds per cell, and then it will be much easier for you to plant them in the ground or in this container like that. But I think it will be alright because I have got lots of practice, like taking the seedlings apart and planting them, and I haven't lost any seedlings up until now. So I'm hopeful that these will be alright. So as you can see, I take apart a bit of soil and then I try to gently pull the seedling apart, and they are coming out really nicely. So I'm going to plant all the seedlings which are here. I think there are like 15 to 20 seedlings maybe, and some are a bit like 2 to 3 inches tall, and some are really small at the moment, but they will all catch up really soon. And these plants can grow like 1 to 2 meters tall and wide, so you may need some sort of staking. And that's all basically I'm going to do for all the seedlings. I'm going to take them apart and put them in this container, and afterwards I will water them really well. And I have added this slow release fertilizer in it already, but I will start fertilizing them on a weekly schedule with a water soluble fertilizer which will feed the plants and get them going. If I were going to plant these in the ground, I would follow the instructions on the seed package, how far apart each plant should go and how far apart the rows should be. But because I'm planting them in this container, it's okay to incorporate more plants, because container gardening is a little bit different from gardening in ground. You can incorporate much more plants in a container. These are annual plants and they will last until frost. They are quite late blooming though, so they start blooming quite late in summer and then they keep blooming up until first frost. And they are really beautiful plants, and produce blooms which are absolutely beautiful and can be used in cut flower arrangements. So this is after a couple of weeks. I planted all the cosmos seedlings in this big patio container and I placed it here in my front yard in the gravel bed. And this pot gets like uh, part shade, part sun, and you can see these seedlings are doing really well. They are looking really happy and they are progressing really well. Soon they will be growing nice and big and will be full of blooms, and I can't really wait for them to grow nice and big and bloom for me. So hope you have enjoyed watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and press the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my gardening videos. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.